So this video is about one of the most overlooked things a business can do to deliver a massive amount of free customers. You don't have to spend a cent on advertising, and that is having a blog, right? And I know when you hear that, you're probably thinking, yeah, I'm not doing that, but it's much easier than you might think, right? If you don't like writing, don't worry about it. There are enough people out there to write, and you can just get one of them to do it for you. But the bottom line is, if you start doing this today, and there's no reason you can't start immediately, it's one of those things that, a few months or a year from now, you're really going to thank yourself for doing this. And just to show you an example, I have a blog named thingstodoinjamaica.com, and we've built this up over time. Most of these articles, I didn't personally write them. I hired somebody to do it for me. And this site generates about 2,000 people every single day. These are people who are coming to Jamaica. They're planning a trip and they're doing their research, right? I haven't even looked at this site in months. We haven't updated it or anything like that, but it just continues to deliver new people every single day, right? So this is an investment that you really can't lose off of. And if you have a tour company, then it will help you, to build some trust with your potential customers. It shows your authority when every time they type something in to look up different attractions or specific attractions, your website keeps coming up, right? That will kind of cement your name into their minds, right? And like I said, it's absolutely free traffic and it keeps going even when you stop working on it. So it's not like advertising where you have to continuously pay, right? You pay once. If you don't write on your own, then you have to pay somebody to write the stuff for you. But after you do that, it just keeps generating traffic for you, right? And like I said, it's very simple to do. I would recommend that you install WordPress, right? Which is what they call a content management system. Most websites on the planet are built in WordPress. So if you have a website already, chances are it's a WordPress site. And the reason I love it is because it just makes it very simple for you to have a blog, right? And to start adding posts, and it's very search engine friendly. So it's not too difficult for you to get your site to rank at the top of Google. And the approach to blogging is very different from what you might be thinking. A lot of people have a blog and they just go out and write about whatever topic is on their mind. And there's nothing wrong with that. But for our purposes, we're trying to attract people who are looking for specific things, right? If you're looking for attractions in Jamaica, we want to make sure we have a page that tells you what the top attractions in Jamaica are. And, that will increase the chances that Google will show our page when people are searching for that. So when you're ready to start creating your blog post, or you're ready to start ordering some, you're going to pay somebody to do it, then the first thing you have to do is some keyword research, right? You want to look and see what is it that people are already searching for on Google. If you have an idea to create a blog post around somewhere that nobody's looking for, then, it won't be as effective as some of these places that you have thousands of people searching for every single month, right? And the way you do your keyword research, the way you find out how many people are looking for specific keywords is by going to Google Ads, right? It's free to set up an account, but you do have to have an account to use this tool. And once you get into the account, you don't have to pay for any advertising or anything like that, but you go over here to tools and then you click on keyword planner, right? And as you see here, it says discover new keywords or get search volume and forecast. And for our purposes, we'll just use discover new keywords. And here you can enter some keyword ideas just to see how many people are searching for them. So let's just use attractions in Jamaica as the example. And down here, you can choose whether you want to see how many people are in Jamaica specifically searching for this, or you can click on it and remove it and see how many people worldwide are looking for attractions in Jamaica, right? Because if it has the term Jamaica in it, then it doesn't really matter where in the world you are. And let's click get results and see what we get. So down here, you see the keywords And to the right of that, you see the average monthly searches. So there's 1,000 people per month looking for attractions in Jamaica from all over the world, right? But if you scroll down, you'll see some others. So you have Luminous Lagoon, Jamaica, Mystic Mountain. These are all attractions that maybe if you offered tours to these places, you could create a blog post around it and you'd be able to get a good chunk of these, thousands of people that are searching for that. And you can go through and see which other keywords are down here that are interesting to you. Here you have Dunn's River, Jamaica. If you created a blog post around that and you got it to show up at the top of Google, then, you'd be getting a good chunk of traffic coming to your site every single day for free. And up here we typed in attractions in Jamaica, but the reality is you can add whatever keywords you want. Do your research, punch in some ideas. I think you can add up to 10 ideas up here and it will just show you what people are typing in. So I would say, target keywords that have about 800 or more. I wouldn't go less than that, but it's really up to you because like I said, once you get ranked and you're showing up as one of the first websites there, you'll continuously get free traffic from that. So that's an investment you can't lose. And I'll also squeeze in that you don't have to write this content yourself. You can easily go to Fiverr, or another website I like to use is Upwork, where you can find writers that they're willing to do the research and put it all together for you for a fee, right? So you don't have to spend your time. But if you like writing, then by all means, go ahead and save yourself some money, right? So once you have some keywords that you want to target, then the next thing you want to do is kind of structure your post, right? How do you want your post to look? And that's easy to do. Look at what Google is already showing you works well. And by structuring the post, by the way, what I mean is, you're going to have your main title of the post, and then throughout the post, you're going to have some subtitles. So let me do a quick search and show you an idea of what I mean. So I just stuck with the example of attractions in Jamaica. These people here at the top, we don't need to look at. As you see, it says sponsored, right? So they're paying to make sure that they're here. But if you scroll down, these are the sites that are showing up organically. And this is what you would want, right? You'd want your website to show up here. And what you're seeing here is Google showing you exactly what they like. So if you were to take any of these posts, let's look at this one, for example. You could count the amount of words that's on this page and say, all right, Google likes blog posts with this amount of words. The sub-headlines they used in this post, maybe I'd switch things up. But the bottom line is this is all relevant, right? It makes sense. And let's look at another example. Simple blog post. They have some images sprinkled in and they have some information on each one of these places that they're saying are the best attractions in Jamaica, right? So once again, you can count the amount of words, look at the sub-headlines, which are these here, and get some ideas on how you can structure your post. What you want to do is create something that's at a minimum just as good, if not better, than what they have here, right? And if you have images in your phone that you've taken yourself, then fine, you squeeze them in. But if not, you can go to Instagram and find some images that are relevant to whatever it is you're talking about, and Instagram allows you to embed them in your post. So you don't have to have the images for yourself. You can borrow other people's images and it will be perfectly fine, right? And once you've created your post, you have your structure, you have your headline and your sub-headlines, and you filled it all in, put some images in there because, Google is going to look at how long people stay on your page and all of that stuff. So you want to make it as engaging and nice as possible. But once you've done all of that, then you publish it and you share it on social media, right? So when it comes to ranking a web page, it's not very different than ranking your Google business profile. And what we discussed with having citations, right? The more websites or the more places around the web that are pointing back to your particular web page is the stronger it will be. So you're going to share it on your Facebook, share it on your Twitter, share it everywhere that you can possibly share it, so that there'll be a number of places pointing back to that particular page, right? The more of those you have, generally speaking, is the better your website will rank and the higher up it will be, right? And once again, these things happen naturally. If you create a nice post, then people are going to bookmark them, people are going to mention them in different forums, and they'll just naturally start to rank well. All right, so that pretty much takes care of blogging. And like I say, if you really wrap your mind around this and get it all done, this is going to be one of the best investments you can make with your time, especially if you plan to be in business for years to come, right? This will continuously send you new people. But what I want you to know is to leave a comment below. Let me know if this helps you in any way, if you agree or disagree with anything I've said, or if you have a question about anything I mentioned. I'd really love to hear from you, right? And if you want to discuss getting me and my team to help you in setting any of this up, then schedule a free 30-minute one-on-one call. Somewhere below this video, you should see a link that takes you to my calendar page. All right, so thanks for taking the time to go through this video, and wishing you success and happiness.